Hey y'all.
Hola,
For those of you who don't know, my name is Masani,
and I'm Queenie.
and this is Barber Babes.
Cutting up. And we have created a platform to provide a safe space for barbers to open up, communicate, and connect.
Okay, and that's what we love to do. For the past 9 episodes, we are now on episode 10.
Is this really 10?
Yeah,
Wow, that's
girl.
crazy.
We made it to 10. Okay, granted, it did take all year, but
At least we did it.
we made
Yeah.
it. And I was saying that this is, you know, the end of a season, even though we're in the middle of a season. And
This is the
we're
end of our season.
of our season. And we are excited to step into the new one
Yeah.
because, it's just been us pretty much up until now. And we're ready to bring some people on.
Yep.
We're ready to connect, meet some people in our industry,
Mm-hmm.
hear people's stories and
Yeah.
journeys besides our own.
Yeah. So if you are a barber and you would like to be on our show,
hmm
let us know.
Now is the
And
time.
let us know.
Okay, some of y'all been hitting us up. We weren't ready yet.
Mm-hmm.
We weren't ready yet.
We had to get all this.
Okay.
We had to set the foundation.
Took a lot.
It took a lot.
Took a lot to get here. We're still working.
Very much so.
Still in the works, but I feel like 2024
Yeah.
gonna
What's
kick it up a
that?
notch.
Okay.
Always.
It was a
She always be gassing up all of the stuff,
show.
and I just be fooling around. But yeah. How was your Christmas?
Well, I got to spend it with you.
That means it was great.
So, were you with us actually on Christmas Day last year too?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty much the
Yeah.
same thing.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we spent two Christmases together.
Mm-hmm.
But it was cool. Like we got to chill. Ate good. I think I came to the realization, like, like back in the day, I used to get so excited about holidays because it's like,
Mm-hmm.
ooh, we about to tear this food up, about to eat everything, blah, 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 have fun, hang out. And
Have a
now it's
grand
like,
old time.
I ate one plate and I was good.
No, for real.
I barely got dessert. I
Yeah,
got that sweet potato souffle.
and there was pie too. I didn't even
Yeah,
have the
I didn't have
pie.
any pie, any red velvet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that part been hitting a little different.
Yeah, and maybe the eggnog.
We tore some eggnog up.
Maybe the eggnog filled us up a little bit too.
If we would have thought about it, we would have had eggnog right here.
Sure would have. That would have been
Yes.
nice. But yeah, I had a good time too. Yeah, your family is really cool, very welcoming, They gave me gifts.
Mm-hmm.
This right here is a gift
You look so
from
cute.
my friend.
Yes.
Yeah, she did good.
I was about to say something, but I totally slipped my mind. Oh, the spades. And we beat
Oh
the
gosh.
champions of spades. We beat them.
It only took us 10 tries.
Yeah. But we made them stay.
But
They were trying to leave, trying to get us up. We were like, no, you're not leaving
okay,
until we win.
that's what you call persevere. We don't give up.
No.
Okay, we've been through trials
And tribulations.
and tribulations.
But we always come out on the other side.
And sure do. Okay. And yeah, speaking of trials and tribulations, do you feel like you had any this year, or do you feel like you got on the other side of anything?
Um, I've definitely had more challenging trials and tribulations in the past than I
Okay.
had in this year. I
Mm-hmm.
definitely think that I had like trials, but it was more so to see how far I've come with the things that I've asked for.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
What about you?
Yeah, definitely had trials and tribulations. But I think this year I have just come to an understanding that I'm gonna get to the other side.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I don't react to challenging moments as bad as I probably would have in the past.
Mm.
Um, I kind of just try and have like a new attitude. Like, you could throw whatever at me.
Uh-oh, wait a minute.
Throw whatever at me.
Yeah.
And I'm a win. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah. But I definitely had some trials.
Yes.
Literally.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Definitely. But it's crazy because, like, when these things like happen in my life, like people expect me to be more like upset than I
Yeah.
am.
Yeah.
But it's just like,
Yeah. I feel like you wear it very well. Like even if you have thoughts of like feeling down on yourself, like you wear it really well to the point that most people can't really tell. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Which I mean, I think it's awesome.
Yeah. I think I've just been built to deal with challenges because in the past, yeah, over the past couple years, I've had a few
Challenges,
of them.
yeah.
I've had a few, um, whether it be like just like random out the blue things or like challenges in business. Like
Mm-hmm.
being a barber can be mentally challenging sometimes.
Baby.
And this is part of the reason why like I think it's important for us to have this show
Mm-hmm.
is because I feel like barbers don't really get the respect that they deserve.
For sure.
Um and I guess people just don't really see like the day-to-day, month-to-month challenges that a lot of barbers deal with as entrepreneurs really and business owners.
Mm-hmm.
Like we hear about entrepreneurs in like other areas and fields, but it's like barbers deal with a lot of the same
A
things.
lot.
um
Especially being like our business depending on our service, like how we provide our service, you know?
mhm
So like the way that we communicate with our clients, like even if we're having a bad day or something that's going on in our life, like just the way that we relate to our clients when they come in, the way that we feel when we walk in the door. I
mhm
think like people don't really look at the concept of like always having to lay your hands on a person. Like
mhm
you're touching people's DNA
mm.
constantly with
Yeah.
your hands.
Yeah.
And I think that alone can be challenging at times if you're constantly doing that all day and then still trying to provide a great service for them too. So
mm.
yeah, I definitely think that it's underrated for sure.
Yeah. And this year, one thing I had to really focus on was my spiritual side,
Mhm.
um, because it's a big component of like being able to do this
Mhm.
thing.
Mhm. Mhm.
Um, because you can get stressed out like when business is slow
Mhm.
or when you don't know what you're gonna do next. Like
Mhm.
it can it could take a toll on you if you don't have that spiritual side together.
Right.
So
Even like sick days and like mental days. Like
mhm.
I mean, we had a barber the other day at my shop who he looked like he needed to be at the house, baby. I was trying to give him all the herbs and rest I could give him,
Yeah.
but his clients like needed him. Like it's the week before Christmas, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
he's like, "Hey, yo," like he trying to call out to his clients, and his clients is like, "Look, man, put a mask on." Like
No, but that is so real.
that's really real.
That is how much y'all be needing barbers.
Exactly.
Like, y'all not even worried about
Mm-mm.
getting sick from
Mhm.
the person
Yeah.
that's laying hands on you. Like,
Right.
that's how
Yeah.
demanding it can be. And
Mhm.
maybe not even just for barbers, but just like in the service industry, period. Yeah,
Mhm.
the demand be serious
Mhm.
sometimes. And it's like, you can't even be sick.
Right. And whether you're a business owner, like whether you're a brand or you're just barbering in somebody else's establishment, it still requires that same amount of demand. You know what I mean? So it's
Yeah.
not like you I guess it would be nice to have somebody on the show who is like financially sound in the barber industry,
Yeah, for
because it's
sure.
like, of course, put some money aside, like if you got to take off, but like, how do we create a sort of expectation and professionalism when we do get sick and we do have to call ourselves to call out? Like,
Mm-hmm.
what does that look like?
Right.
But that's a whole nother conversation.
No, I absolutely agree. Because, yeah, outside of demand, like some people just can't afford to take
Mhm.
those sick days off. We don't get paid for sick
Mhm.
days. We don't get paid for vacations.
Mhm.
And that's why, like, it could really take a toll on you if you're not, doing it the right way.
Mhm.
Um, because, yeah, you need them breaks.
Right.
You do.
Right.
So I say that the spirituality thing was important. It was because um, I want to like kind of have more of a ease or a peace of mind and not be so worried about what's going to happen next.
Mhm.
Because I know that, like, since I've been talking to God and praying, like, God be handling it.
Baby.
God be handling it.
Seriously.
But it took a while for
Mhm.
me to even
Give it
start,
to him.
yeah, to even start talking to God on a daily basis. Like, that took a minute. And it took me going through some things for me to get to that point where it's like, okay, I need help here.
Mhm.
I need help. And I wonder how many barbers kind of feel the same way as far as like relying on God to kind of carry them through this, I guess, journey.
Right.
Or,
Um that's really good though, first of all.
mm-hmm,
Like, cuz we've, what I'm saying, we've had conversations about just our journey and like the things that we are working on, or whatever the case may be. So the fact that you have came to a spot or a space where you're just like, yeah, like I ask and
mm-hmm,
God is like, "Cool. Here you go.
right,
I take care of it. I move it out the way." You know what I
mm-hmm,
mean?
yeah,
So that's really good. I also do wonder that about the barber community. I will say, from like conversations and experiences, um I have seen both. Like, I've seen barbers who are relying so much on themselves that you can see it's kind of like stressing them out in a way,
yeah, weighing on it. Mm-hmm.
And then I've seen the other side where I've seen barbers who seems that they're relying on God, because like, of their calmness in times where it looks like they could be getting more work or they could be using more work.
Mm-hmm.
So I've seen both.
Yeah. How has it played in your life? Like, how has your relationship with God maybe evolved or pause?
How has it played on
Pause.
your life? Let me make
All right. So, as I was saying, what has your relationship with God looked like? Um, I guess throughout the year, and how do you feel it's affected your year or impacted your year?
Um, I think last year, I think I was kind of in a space where I was like fed up with like just like outcomes. And
Mm-hmm.
uh I decided that I wanted to see what it would be like had I just put all my faith in God and just walked in God's steps.
Mm-hmm.
And I themed my year last year as a year of selfishness. And going into the year, of course, I think it was a little challenging to like do it because everything and everybody on the outside of you is telling you that you should choose them.
Mm.
Not like in a malicious way, but that's just what the world teaches you.
Yeah.
So I think that my relationship with God has grown a lot because I've seen what it looks like or what it feels like. The benefits and the outcomes are changing in my life,
Mm-hmm.
like tremendously,
Yeah.
just based off of me um, walking with God and letting God lead me
Mm.
and giving all of my problems as many as I can. Because, of course, like I still get caught up in the idea of like I can fix my own problems
Mm-hmm.
and I'm the hero.
Yeah.
But anytime that I get in that space, I'm more stressed out. I'm more uneasy. I'm more on edge.
Mm-hmm.
And when I do get the chance to remember that me just giving it to God and putting it in God's hands has always gave me a sense of peace no matter the situation that's going on.
Yeah.
Um it's just helped. Like it's helped overall. And so, yeah.
That's good.
Mhm.
Um, do you feel like the selfish theme, do you think you're gonna like carry that with you?
To this year?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think that for me, like the foundation uh of just like how I display love to others starts with how I display love to myself. And
Yes.
last year I was still learning a lot about myself.
Mm-hmm.
So now this year my selfishness is going to look a little different because I know more, you know? And so just being
Yeah.
able to look at things or see things, feel things, and decide in that moment whether it's good or not for me.
Yeah.
That's more of what last year was about. Now
Mm-hmm.
this year I know
Got it.
what's good or what's good, what
Yeah.
feels good. Like I backtracked a little bit. I wanted to try new things last year.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to experience old things. I wanted
Yeah.
to stay in my past and experience my past self a little bit more back last year.
Mm.
And some of those things, like experience those things, has helped me for this year say, okay, I ain't got to do it again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's cool. I would say my theme would probably be the um really the topic, asking you shall receive,
Hmm.
or however you worded it.
Asking it is given.
Asking it is given,
Hmm.
because it really wasn't it took almost the whole year for me to understand that God will answer.
Hmm.
So it's like now that I know that, it's like, okay, ask for a little bit more and
Hmm.
ask for a little bit more.
Okay.
Because right now I haven't been asking for
Right.
like nothing crazy.
Hmm.
But now that I know that, he worked like that,
Hmm.
it's like, all right, God.
So what about like when you ask and God gives you what you're asking for, but in the midst of what you're experiencing, it doesn't seem like what you asked for?
Mm. Um yeah, it's not always like what you, I guess, imagine.
Hmm.
Because even with this year, at the top of the year, I literally wrote it down. And it's funny because I had wrote down that I wanted spirituality to be the focus of my year. But then, like, a little bit into the year, I was like, maybe I'm not asking for enough. Like maybe that's not enough. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I need to be looking for more,
Mhm.
because if you just ask for that, it's like,
It's broad.
yeah, it's so broad.
Mhm.
And it's like you don't want nothing else out the year.
You want to get specific.
Right. But I never changed it for whatever
Mhm.
reason. I was just like, we're gonna stick to that. Um, and then things just started happening, like the fire at the shop,
Yeah.
and then I had to move to like two other different shops.
Mhm.
And what else I have? Me, I got locked up. Okay.
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
I'm gonna just put it out there.
Yeah.
Half of y'all know anyway
Mhm.
if you're watching. But yeah, got locked up, and then more things on top of that just happened.
Mhm. They was compiling on.
But it was really when I got locked up, because before that happened, I was like trying God out like a little bit,
Yeah.
but I wasn't all the way in there.
Mhm.
But
But did you know that God was working in and on you through these experiences?
somewhat, yeah. Like
Mhm.
when the fire happened, it was tragic,
Mhm.
but I was like, okay, this happened for a reason.
Mhm.
Because I got a business partner out of it.
Mhm.
I got a suite out of it, and it allowed me to kind of isolate myself
Mhm.
a little bit more from all the noise and distractions that were in the barbershop.
Mhm.
Um, so I think that was kind of like God trying to pull me away a little bit from the madness.
Mhm.
Even though it seemed like madness was happening,
Mhm.
he was really like,
You say you want the spiritual life? All
mm-hmm.
right, let's start pulling some stuff back. Let's start
Right.
taking some stuff out.
Yep, that's
Yeah.
exactly what was happening. So then when I got arrested, I wasn't that mad. I almost wanted to laugh.
Yeah.
It was almost funny, because it's like, what am I being taught? Like, I know God is trying to show me something, but it's
Mhm.
just like, and then I I started understanding that there are bad spirits out there.
Mhm.
Um and I kind of started looking at life that way. Like, there's a dark, evil spirit in the world that doesn't want you to win.
Mm-mm.
And it's like, if you don't understand that,
Mhm.
then you could kind of be like naive.
Mhm. Mhm.
Um,
Or you can like you can like condemn others. And
mm,
sometimes, obviously with condemning comes awareness, but like even the fact of the matter of a spirit can attach itself to somebody in your life.
mm,
And it could be a temporary attachment depending on who that spirit attaches itself to. Because
yeah.
let's say like the spirit attaches itself to you, you're on your spiritual journey, so it's not going to be able to sit long. You know what I
Mm,
mean? It might be
mm-hmm.
for a minute,
Right.
but that's how spirits move.
Yeah. Um, so like, once I realized that, because there was things happening that didn't even make sense. It was
Mhm.
like, this don't need to be happening to me.
Mhm.
Like, I did nothing to deserve this.
Mhm.
But and some people might even like ask God, like, why are you doing this?
Mhm.
But I had to realize it's not always God. Like, sometimes
Mhm.
it's that evil spirit.
Mhm.
And it's like, okay, well, evil spirit, what's up?
Right. Because guess who
Okay.
I got right
Mm-hmm.
here in me, on me,
Mm-hmm.
and next to me?
Yep. And me, I'm competitive. I can be competitive. So
Girl.
I'll be ready to rumble.
Baby, it look like you about to get on the double dutch competition. Okay. Oh yeah, that is a skit.
So that's literally how I kind of look at it now. It's like a competition. Like,
Yeah.
I'm competing with
And
That's what.
honestly, every day that we wake up, like I think we talked about that on one of our episodes, like that's why I feel like it's so important to have a space where you can recharge, where you can reset, where you can reevaluate, where you can just be yourself or be with God. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because once you walk out that door, it's not only good out there, it's evil out there too. You know
Exactly.
what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
And what for whatever reason, the evil sometimes seems to have to be more apparent, you know?
Yes. Very much
So
so.
so to be able to be like, I got God with me. God is literally fighting my battles. I'm literally walking in the shield of God every day.
Mm-hmm.
That's an amazing thing to have because
Yeah.
it takes the pressure off of you to feel like you have to go out in this world and fight.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
That's such a blessing.
It is. And like that whole experience of see, and I was kind of like isolated again in that
Mhm.
in that
Mhm.
situation. It literally closed me out from the entire
Mhm.
world. So I have no choice but to sit up in here
Mhm.
and talk to God.
That's it. That's it. And I think that that's a part that people are afraid of.
Mm-hmm.
Is because like when you ask or you are on a journey and you do ask God for help, God has to show you why it is imperative for your divine journey for you to depend on God.
Mm-hmm.
God has to show you that
Yeah.
because you're going to constantly get in the way of what God has for you if you feel like you just gonna pull God out your pocket and use God when you need God.
Mm.
Versus let me
Yep.
just hand my problems over to you
Yeah.
and watch how everything unfolds. Your
Mm.
blessings are going to unfold,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. Yes. So now I literally like wake up and I'm just like, thank you, God.
Ah!
Thank you. I'm here.
Right. I'm here. I'm ready.
Not everybody,
What you
can
got
be
planned for us
here.
today? Look.
Right. Yes. I'm like, thank God. Thank you for, giving me a place where I can celebrate Christmas
Yeah.
where I'm away from home.
Yeah.
Thank you for giving me a space where I can work.
Mhm.
Like just
Mhm.
every little thing is
Mhm.
just like,
Mhm.
thank you.
Yeah.
So that's how this year has kind of like wrapped up for me.
Yeah.
Um, it's just being thankful for all the little things that you probably don't even
Mhm.
think about.
Mhm. Mhm.
Um, and yeah, next year, I'll kind of, I feel kind of good that I have that foundation. Um, and yeah, I'm excited to see how it plays out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, I guess for anybody who is listening, like along your journey, um, whatever you ask God for, God will give it to you, but it's not always going to look like what it is that you ask for. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you ask to be opened up and to be closer to God, God's going to bring you closer. And sometimes that means stripping you away of your identity. Sometimes that means stripping you away of the things that you felt like were helping you on your journey to success.
Yeah.
You know, some of those things, like sometimes like us going to work or us putting ourselves in certain environments with people, it feels like such a drag, you know? And
Yeah.
it feels like I have to do this, and if I don't do this, I don't know how I'll survive.
Yeah.
When you ask to be closer to God, God is going to start stripping those type of things away from you
Mm.
to see if you really
Mm.
want this relationship with God, to see if you really could put your heart, your soul into depending solely on God. And guess what? Anytime that you've been in those situations where you're stripped of things that one you really didn't want, Like, you really didn't want those things. You know what I mean? But you felt like you needed those things.
Facts.
Once you're stripped away from that, the reward and the outcome on the other side, it might take some time because, you know, we are still human. We still have our ego. So we might do a little push and pull.
Yeah.
But once you get to that place where you're experiencing that outcome that you really wanted,
yes,
that's when you'll be like, it's all worth it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, just, you know, whatever it is that you want for this year coming up, ask. It's gonna be given. It might not look like the journey that you thought it would, but it probably
won't.
It won't. But as long as you remember that it is in your best interest and that you have the shield protecting you, the sooner that you reap the reward.
Yes. Yep. And like, be clear that it's what you actually want,
baby.
Okay. Because you be saying you want something and don't even know why you want it.
Literally.
What you want that for?
And most of the time, I feel like those type of situations are when you become too specific. That's why it's really dope that you kept it as spiritual, right?
Yeah.
Because I could say, like, I want a husband, or I want a partner, I want a family, right?
Mm-hmm.
I want a man who does this, that, and the third.
Yeah.
But once you start being like, I want that man.
Yes. Yes. It's like,
that
girl.
One. It's like, hold your horses.
Oh my gosh.
Hold your horses.
Yes, girl. I have been there.
Right.
We've all been there.
Right. Right. I want that specific job at that specific time. Like, hold your horses. Speak of the description, the adjectives of the things that you want, right?
Yes.
I want to work in an environment where it's balanced. I want to work in an environment with people who align with the values that I have. I want to work in an environment where people understand the concept of teamwork. I want to work in an environment where even though people are having a bad day, they know how to carry a sense of professionalism. These are great specifics, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I want to work in an environment with that specific person, and get this specific, like, no. Right. Don't do it to yourself.
It don't work like that.
Don't do it to yourself.
It don't work like that. And it might even happen for you, but then
you don't work like that. Look, you're going to be like, damn, what did I ask for that for? I asked to be with this specific man, and he is driving me up the wall.
Yeah. So, yeah, just be mindful of what it is you're asking for. Mm-hmm. And yeah, God gonna hold you down
every time and lift you up.
Yes. So, what are you doing for New Year's?
Oh. Y'all, I posted a post. I said, thank you, God, for opening up these doors. Mm-hmm. One thing about me being selfish this year, it has put me in such a position where the things that I said that I wanted, they're happening effortlessly.
Yep.
And just the fact, like, I want to be in rooms, the type of rooms that I'm getting invited to. I'm gonna just leave it there.
She's in the room.
I'm getting invited into these rooms that I wanted to be invited into. And it took me understanding myself, being more aware of myself, saying no, saying yes, setting these boundaries, for me to even be able to go into these rooms and understand my value when I walk in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So needless to say, I'm going somewhere. And your girl got a nice little outfit that my friend helped me pick out.
It's nice, y'all. Hold on. It's nice.
And I typically don't go out for New Year's. I'm typically in the house with my baby. But this is the type of event that I definitely wouldn't mind going to. So, yeah. Stay tuned. We'll talk about it after it happens.
So, yeah.
What are you doing?
I'll be chilling with a couple of friends. Me, not a fan of going out on New Year's. So I will be in the house. Well, somebody's house. Right. Sipping my champagne and having a good time.
Yes.
Yeah. My outfit not gonna be as popping as hers because I'm gonna be in the house.
You gonna be in the house.
But I'm gonna be cute. I think I'm gonna do something with my hair.
We're gonna take a few pics. Maybe post them on the Barber Babes Cutting Up page.
Okay, yes. Let's do it.
What it looks like. Because I'll be out, you'll be in. So, we need y'all to see both.
Okay,
Yeah.
she's going to outdo me, though. She's going to outdo me.
Because they both serve. Friend, they both serve. Like, because she talking about that outfit. Jeez. No, they both serve.
So you just need to post that on the Barber Queenie page and keep it pushing. We'll put it on the story.
Friends, we need an outside. She get on my nerves.
We'll put it on this story. So make sure y'all are watching this story.
She tripping. We gonna post it because I'm just gonna say this last, okay? Whatever season that you're in, own that.
That is
season.
true.
You
No,
know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Own
I
that
am
season.
with you 100%.
But still, you're not. Because there's people who are going to identify with you and that need to see that.
Okay.
They need to see, like, sitting in the house is not a bad thing.
Okay.
Especially sitting with people who you love, who you want to bring the year in with.
Yeah.
Like, I was so big for the last few years that I didn't want to experience a New Year's with people who I was uneasy about or unsure or maybe just like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This will be my first year in a very long time actually stepping out and being around people who I don't know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So both are very good seasons and people need to know.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But yes, guys.
I'll think about
it. You get on my nerves.
No, you make a good point. Okay. Okay, I'm done.
Oh God.
But yes, we hope y'all enjoyed your holidays, whoever you spent it with. Yeah, we hope you enjoyed it as best as you can. Cheers to the new year.
Mm-hmm.
We gotta go live one of these days.
I know. Yeah, and we're talking about doing some other stuff, y'all. We got some stuff in work this year. I cannot wait. I cannot wait.
Y'all are gonna like it.
Yeah, so we will see you guys in 2024.
Yeah,
fresh and ready to go, baby. We ready. We fired up. We got some heat for y'all. Okay, and we are looking for team players. Are we? Well, I mean, we definitely are.
We need some help.
Yeah, so we're looking for, what is it called? Cinematographers? Okay, we're just gonna say videographers.
Oh yeah,
we're looking for a team to assist us in our podcast. We want you guys to be professional. We will pay you. Tell us your price. We will tell you our budget. Yeah, so we need
editor.
Yep. Sound and videography. And I mean, if you are all three in one,
listen,
come get this money, baby.
Yeah, we could use we could use okay.
So,
or if you know somebody, just
tag them, send them our way. We are looking, and yes, we would like to start off 2024, our new season, with you.
Yes.
So thank you guys for coming in and watching us.
Hopefully this is the last time we're using these.
Oh my gosh, hopefully,
because
we're gonna have you on our team. All right.
She's like, wrap it up. Alrighty.
Barber Babes out.
Over and out.